Facts about Michael Jackson. Did you know that Michael Jackson once tried to buy out Marvel Comics so that he could become a superhero? Michael Jackson is one of the world's most famous singers of all time. He has faced some issues with skin color over his years performing, and later in his retirement appeared in the media for his strange actions. But what makes Michael Jackson so interesting, and why is his music so catchy? Jackson's father forced him to play music. Whilst growing up, Michael Jackson's father, Joe Jackson, would force Michael alongside his siblings to practice music. He would often hit or whip them if they played the wrong note or made a mistake. Joe's mindset was to keep Michael and his siblings off the streets and away from gangs. As a result, being raised in this way meant that they never had many friends. Growing up in this environment forced Michael to be the best at what he did musically and caused a lot of mental pressure on him. He lived in a theme park. Some people might think this is a dream home, but others might think it is a little odd. Michael Jackson turned his ranch into a half-home, half-amusement park. The amusement park had a petting zoo, roller coasters, railroads, bumper cars, a Ferris wheel, and a carousel. The ranch was called Neverland, after the fictional place that Peter Pan lives. The property was 3,000 acres, 12.14 square kilometers. It is thought that he could have paid anywhere between $17 million to $30 million. The ranch is now worth $100 million. Jackson took his llamas to the recording studio. On his ranch, Jackson had a petting zoo with many animals, including two very special llamas. They were called Lola and Louie, and they got to visit the recording studio with Jackson. One particular day caused a big uproar when Jackson brought them in when collaborating with Queen's frontman Freddie Mercury. In 1983, during a collaboration recording with Mercury in Los Angeles, Jackson decided to bring along his pet llama Louie. This became a regular occurrence that Mercury was not fond of. Amongst other reasons, it is said that this was a contributing factor for not completing the song recordings. He appeared on television in the Soviet Union. In 1988, Jackson appeared on the first ever Western advertisement commercial in the Soviet Union. The USSR was closed off from the rest of the world, but Michael Jackson managed to get through the Iron Curtain. After working with Pepsi Company for many years, Jackson featured in their advertisements, and down the line together they filmed one for the Soviet Union. Pepsi had been sold across the USSR since the 1960s and was one of the few Western brands that were allowed in the Soviet Union. The advertisement from Pepsi would showcase Michael Jackson performing bad. They did not dub the singing to Russian, but it did have Cyrillic text on the screen. At the time, Jackson's music was banned in the Soviet Union, so he was not known as a celebrity. Upon the fall of the Soviet Union, he visited in both 1993 and 1996 to perform. Michael Jackson was gifted a 5,000-pound elephant. Can you imagine being gifted an elephant? In 1991, Jackson was gifted an Asian elephant by actress Elizabeth Taylor. Taylor gifted Jackson the elephant after he allowed her to host her wedding on his ranch. Jackson called the elephant Gypsy, and it weighed around 5,000 pounds, 2,268 kilograms. Jackson has a medical center named after him. On the set for filming a commercial for Pepsi on January 27, 1984, Jackson's hair caught on fire. The accident was caused by pyrotechnics, and Jackson was left with second-degree burns to his scalp. As a result, to cover the scarring, Jackson underwent rhinoplasty surgery. Pepsi settled the issue out of court by paying out Jackson. Michael donated $1.5 million to the medical center in California that treated his burns. As a thank you, the Brotman Medical Center in California called their burns department Michael Jackson Burn Center. Michael Jackson's skin color changed because of a skin disease. One of the most controversial and noticeable changes was his skin tone. Jackson's doctor said that he had vitiligo, a skin disease where the color of your skin changes, but there are many other thoughts and theories. A lot of people believe that his change in skin tone was on purpose and that he was ashamed of his natural skin tone. After his death, an autopsy confirmed that Jackson did suffer from vitiligo. He also suffered many mental health disorders such as body dysmorphia disorder, which is thought to be a major contributor to his change in appearance. Let us know in the comments for Michael Jackson's. Before you leave, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and ring a notification bell.